In this lesson, I'm going to show you how we can actually create our custom outreach sequences across email and LinkedIn. All right, so from within our campaign dashboard, I'm going to come over to our sequence tab. And you can see here we have a visual sequence builder right here at your fingertips. It's very intuitive. Essentially what we can do here is create multi-channel conditional outreach sequences across email and LinkedIn. All right, and we can pull in as many variables as we'd like. All right, so let me show you how this works. So let's say, for example, in this sequence, I want to start with a LinkedIn connection request. Now, something to keep in mind is we cannot send a LinkedIn message unless we are friends with this person on LinkedIn first. So most good sequences start with a LinkedIn connection request. All right, so we're going to send a LinkedIn connection request. We're going to wait 3 days for them to respond. All right, then we can add a message here if we would like to our LinkedIn connection note. I normally like to leave it blank because most people on LinkedIn, if they think you want something from them, they might not accept your LinkedIn connection. So I'll just leave it empty for now. But you could fill that in if you would like. Now, I'm going to come down here. We can either add another step, or for me, I want to add a conditional step. And that condition is if somebody connects with me on LinkedIn. Okay, so we're going to send a LinkedIn connection. And then after 3 days, we're going to check to see if they're connected on LinkedIn. If they are, then we're going to come down this path here, and we can send them LinkedIn messages and emails. If they don't connect with me on LinkedIn, then we're just going to send them emails. Okay, so we have two different sides here of our conditional flow. Now, something to note is that if somebody accepts our LinkedIn connection request before the 3 days is up, well, perfect. We're just going to start them right down this flow immediately. We're not going to wait 3 days. Okay. So if somebody connects with me on LinkedIn, well, the first thing I want to do is I want to send them a LinkedIn message. And I want it to say something like, hi, first name. And then I want to pull in my icebreaker field. Right? And that icebreaker field is the one that we set up in the previous lesson that is going to search their LinkedIn accounts and their company websites and write a custom icebreaker that is fun and friendly and looks like we've personally researched them and written this LinkedIn message for them. Then I'm going to say, quick one, and you can come up with any copy you'd like here. I wanted to reach out and let you know that we are offering custom content services and think you'd be a good fit. Let me know if you'd like to hop on a quick call to review your options. Obviously, we'd want to make something better than this, but for the sake of the demo, you understand the point. Okay. Now, I'm going to set the wait until next step to 2 days. All right. And what that does is essentially we're going to send this LinkedIn message. Okay. Again, we're pulling in our variable fields here. And then if they don't respond to this, 2 days later, we're going to execute our next step. Okay. And our next step we're going to add right now is going to be an email. We're going to send an email. And so we can do a subject here. So we can do first name, quick Q. Okay. And then I'm going to say, hi, first name again. Then I'm going to say, hey, just messaged you a couple days ago on LinkedIn. I saw your company may be struggling with pain point. Wanted to reach out and see if you had any interest in a quick demo. Alex. Perfect. Okay. So again, we're pulling in first name. We're pulling in this time pain point. And we'll see how all of these look here in just a second. All right. Now we can get as complex here as we want. We can then add another step and go back to LinkedIn if we wanted. So back to LinkedIn. Hey, just following up here. Did you get a chance to see this? Then we can add another email step, another LinkedIn step, and we can go on and on. Now, similarly, we can come over here to our second path. Remember, this is the path that we come down if we didn't connect on LinkedIn after 3 days. And if that's the case, then we're just going to be sending them emails. All right. And we can probably just grab the same email that we did back over here and just copy this over, at least for the first one. Okay. get rid of this LinkedIn note. Perfect. Okay. Then we can add our second email, et cetera, et cetera. You guys understand the point. Okay. And so this is how we can create our custom multi-channel outreach sequences as part of our really cool dashboard here. That's all self-serve. Okay. Now, a couple things I want to call out here. I'm going to come down here and hit save. Firstly, we do have an A/B testing feature. So if I hit enable A/B testing, you can see I then get a second variation where it can create a second sequence. All right, this is really cool because back in our analytics tab, you can compare your data between variation A and variation B. So if you ever have any desire to create another sequence and see which one performs better, you can do so. Okay. You can also set the split between both of your variations. Right? You can do so right there. Now, the last thing I'll show you here is I want to show you how our preview functionality works. Now, it's really cool we're pulling in all these variables, but I want to make sure my messages look good. I want to make sure my personalization fields that we set up in the last lesson feel coherent and cohesive inside of my messages. So I come to any message or email and I choose this little I button, this little preview button. We can see that we take the first lead in our lead list and we feed it into our template here. Okay. So hi Aaron, icebreaker, quick one. I wanted to reach out and let you know we're offering custom content services. I'm going to click this generate AI fields button and let my AI personalization field actually populate and pull in here with my variable. Because I want to make sure that those things are working. If they're not, we can go back to our AI personalization tab and tweak them and prompt them so that they fit better. All right, so here we go. Congrats on taking Flux out of stealth. Love that you're building askflux.ai. Excited to see what you ship next. Okay, cool. So it's a little personalized. We can make it better if we wanted. We could change it if we wanted, but that is looking good. All right. And again, that is coming straight from our AI personalization field right here. Now let's go double check our pain point message as well. Okay, so I'm going to come down to my email where we have pain point. I'm going to preview this. Again, I'm going to generate the AI field, and I just want to make sure that this pain point fits into the sentence. And if it doesn't, we'll go prompt it and make it fit. So I saw your company may be struggling with fragmented engineering knowledge and documentation that makes it hard to surface actionable code-based insights. Sick. That sounds really, really good. Okay, so it scraped his LinkedIn and his company website and found that he's most likely dealing with this fragmented engineering knowledge and documentation. Perfect. So that looks really, really good. And so that is how you can create your custom outbound sequences across email and LinkedIn right here from within the campaign dashboard.